a lot of these composers and a lot of these the compositions are new and the composers are alive, and that is one of the wonderful things. And two of the composers are actually with us this evening. One you've already seen earlier. He has been the conductor of the Johansson High School group, and he is back with us to give the world premiere of a piece which I'm going to let him introduce himself. So please welcome back on stage, Brad Hart.
This is a piece, as the program notes mention, was inspired by the life happenings and the writings of one Jessica Costa. This is someone who her senior year was in the school's musical production. And at the end of every musical, is kind of standard everywhere, there were after parties and good cast parties. And she, as she put it to me when we first met her freshman year of college, said she went to the wrong after party. She went to the one where apparently people decided booze were okay and that things got a little out of hand. She had had some stuff to drink. She thought she had not had very much, but she decided she didn't want to go home having had that much to drink or anything to drink, but she didn't want to get in trouble from her parents. So she decided she'd go in a safe place. She went upstairs into the bedroom of a friend to cool off. And while she was there, one of the other girls that was there decided to rape her in that room. This was the room that was used as kind of the coat closets, so to speak. So everybody just kind of kept their personal things. It's the place she felt really safe. It was at a friend's house. At this thing, the only reason the assault stopped was a friend who was also there walked in and removed her from the situation. This piece really focuses on the after part of this story. And the worst part about this is, and why it is so great there are organizations like the Bay Area Women Against Rape, is that when she went to school after that and went to tell a teacher that she thought she had good confidence in, teacher said, "I really don't believe you, because you can't be raped by another woman." She went to a counselor on campus. Counselor had the same response. She tried telling friends and just could not get the support she needed. And in fact, initially, when she told me of this story, I was one of the first people who had listened to her. And I told her, and how she decided to tell me is I told her, I'm really looking for text to write to for a choir piece. I want to find someone's real life story, some real poetry, some real writing, just something real and not from a book, nothing fancy. And she just responded with telling me these stories and handing me the letter that you see in the program. After I wrote the choir work, when it was recorded in a reading rehearsal, when we had that recording and it was performed at my senior composition recital, that was when she finally told her parents she had been raped. That feeling is really hard for me as the composer to get over. That feeling that she felt so insecure about herself and felt so damaged and so broken that she could not share it with her own family for 3 years. This piece really takes us on that internal journey of really that post-traumatic experience, of her going through that trauma and immediately feeling like she was broken, not being able to focus on anything, really feeling like things are just overwhelming her. In the middle section, it really moves into this very inward look where everything slows down and we really get to feel what it's like to try and be inside of that head where you're trying to focus. Everything is moving very slowly, but stuff just kind of keeps creeping back into you. And as you're trying to find that someone else, that something else to help you out, you always just kind of feel alone. We go back in the back section and we get back to this crazy feeling in which we aren't able to focus. And by the end, it is really that feeling that anybody experiences any type of trauma really goes through, which is there are just simply times where you feel alone. and you can't get that out of you. You just simply need someone, as she put it, to please save me. This is Dreams Hart.
Thank you.